What is going on, Cancer? It's Chris Anthony coming at you guys live and direct. This is going to be your reading for the second half of July the 18th through the 31st. And I am a couple of days late with you guys, Cancer. This was supposed to be done on the 16th around the lunar eclipse, but I had a lot of technology going wrong. Mercury is retrograde, so that deleted your reading also, Cancer, along with a couple of other signs. So this is your second try. Let's do this. I think this may be a better spread for you guys anyway. So we're gonna hop right in. This is a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone, but if it does resonate with you, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, comment, all those things to help the channel out. Other than that, if it does not resonate with you, you can always check your rising or moon sign or check out a previous reading for Cancer. Now, if you guys don't follow me on IG, you should follow me. That's at chrisanthony14lbs, Chris Anthony 14 pounds. And I do have personal readings open to the public, so if you guys want a more personal experience with me, email me. That'll be in the description of the video. We're going to hop right in. This is going to be your present energy right here, Cancer, like we always do it. And then after that, we're going to be hopping into your futuristic energy, your supporting details on the side, and here is always your main story. All right, so let's see what's going on. Crowning your reading, we have the Fool card, and it's clarified by the World card. So I do feel like with the Fool energy, you guys are wanting to kind of take a new leap. You're wanting to jump into something. You want to start something from a clean slate, right? You want to have a fresh start. And with the Fool clarified by the World card, all of this is talking about brand new beginnings, right? But I do feel like your brand new beginning has a lot to do with you taking a jump, taking a leap, taking a risk in some type of way. I'm also feeling the energy of anything being possible for you guys at this time. It's almost like you have a blank canvas that you can draw on right now, Cancer, and it's up to you to make the decision of what it is that you want to draw. I feel for some of you guys, you're definitely doing some deliberations or some deep thought about where exactly do I want to go next. Like, what do I want to do? What do I want my future to look like ahead, right? What do I want to take a leap on or a risk on? And this could just be something that you've been thinking about for a while, or maybe now that we've had this lunar eclipse, this solar eclipse, all the energy that happened in the month of July, you're just feeling like you have this brand new beginning that you can make anything out of. And the World card is here clarifying it, talking about an ending of an older cycle that you guys were in, right? A total wrap up. Certain things have been eclipsed out of your life, certain energies, a lot of scenarios, right, have been wrapped up. A lot of karmic cycles have come to an end. Timelines are collapsing. So now you have this opportunity to come through this world cycle into a new one, right? You are coming through too with a lot of lessons learned, right? You're coming through with a lot of spiritual gifts, a lot of creativity is what I'm feeling, a lot of maturation that has happened with you guys over the last couple of months and years. Right, so you're ready to kind of give birth to this brand new world that has more to do with your authentic self. When I look at the woman on this World card, right, and how she's naked, like it's talking about authenticity, transparency, you living inside of your truth and no longer kind of forcing yourself to live in a way that doesn't line up with who you are at your truest level, right? Your most authentic self. So I feel like you're going to be making a leap, taking a jump, making a risk into this new era of your life where your external world is matching who you are internally, right? And you're being who you are more freely, right? You're expressing yourself to the truest form of who you are. You just want to get your authenticity out there. Because it could have been a certain aspect of you guys in the past cycle where you know, or keeping it under wraps maybe, or you could have been holding back a little bit when it comes down to being your truest self. Or let's say you had it going on internally, but you didn't have the external match to the frequency that you held within. And this is what I believe is coming next for you guys, right? As above, so below, as within, so without. and you're going to start to see these manifestations of what you've been working internally on for a while come into being in your external world. All right, so let's keep it moving. Oh, one sec. Card just stuck to me. All right, so then we have the Tower card, and everybody is getting the Tower card, maybe surrounding this lunar eclipse that just passed, right? A lot of things are just collapsing, falling away, ending, being done with, right? Especially a lot of things that we were kind of trying to hold on to a little bit. For you guys, it could have been a past lover with the Six of Cups here that you could have been trying to hold on to, or that is just falling away, being totally eclipsed out of your life. Six of Cups does talk about an ex or a past love or a soulmate, right? That we felt a very strong bond with, that we could have been with in past lives. But I believe it's, for some of you guys, this is coming to an end. This is being wrapped up with the Tower card. Maybe it was already supposed to be ended. Maybe you still had some energies surrounding you, or some soul ties with this person that is just totally being eclipsed out now. Because a lot of times we can move on from somebody, but we still hold them energetically within our vibration. And I do feel like this is what's being cut. Those frequencies, those vibrations, for some of you Cancers, that you've been holding from this ex, right, for maybe months or years, is now just really being sliced and eclipsed out of your life. Now, for some of you guys, another scenario, this could be talking about a communication that comes in from a soulmate from the past, or even a newer soulmate, right, where you feel like you have a familiar connection with, or a strong connection with, that could be surprising you or shocking you, right? So I see two scenarios with this. It is a general reading, so this could happen both ways. You could get communication from this person from the past, that's talking about wanting to connect with you, or wanting to show some love with you, or wanting to kind of like rekindle an old flame. And this could be very shocking to you, for some of you Cancers, and you're like, oh wow. But it is Mercury retrograde, so you do have a lot of exes coming back around during this time. And it's kind of your choice whether you want to rekindle an old flame, or if you're just going to be like, oh yeah, I remember who you are, like I don't think I want to do that, no, I'm good. Right? And so if that happens for some of you guys, you're just going to be totally deading it and ending it, because you're like, oh wow, like it took for you to maybe reach back out to me, or it took for us to come back into contact for me to see that I really need to end this. And for other Cancers, it's going to be like, okay, you surprised me with this communication, like maybe there has been a change, maybe you want to try to go for another run with this person from the past. It all depends on you, Cancer. But that's happening. All right, so then we have the Seven of Cups clarified by the Death card. So I do feel like this is representing the, I feel like I said, what I felt from the Fool card up top was that coming into this brand new cycle, it's like you're going to have a lot of options that are coming to you. And it could have been like this for a while with you, where you've just been confused with what option or what path you want to take in life, or what is it that you want to invest in, or what is it that actually makes you happy, right? And you've been trying to figure that out through all of your experiences, right? You've been kind of trying to see what you want to go forth in fully. But I believe you really hadn't made a true decision on this yet. And so there was some type of cloudiness that surrounded, all the options that are available to you as Cancers, because Cancer is a very powerful sign, very powerful manifestors, because you guys are so in tune with your emotions. And you're one of the strongest water signs, I would say, definitely. But so with you kind of not having a decision totally made on what it is that you want to manifest and bring into your world, it was kind of like nothing was happening because you couldn't make a decision on it. And I believe that is what's coming to an end, is your inability to decide on what path you want to go to, or your inability to take that risk or take that leap, take that jump out into this new world that you kind of know is for you, but you were kind of like going back with it. I feel like in your head, like, well, should I do this or should I do that, or maybe I could do that, maybe this one pays a little bit more, maybe this one could be an opportunity that matches me more, should I, it's like that's what's coming to an end. This is what's being transformed, right? All of your options, I do feel like, is going to be dwindled down into one. And it's not so much so that all the options are going away, it's just like you're becoming more streamlined in your decision to go a certain way, because you have the Fool card here, and you're choosing to leap into one world, into one path, that suits you. Not saying that you're going to be one dimensional, because I believe Cancers can be very dynamic and multifaceted, but it's just a certain path that I feel like has more so to do with your purpose, right? Your destiny that you're choosing to take a leap towards and be your truest, most authentic self, and become the best version of yourself also. So there's a choice being made with this Death card, right? Along with that, you have the Eight of Cups here, clarified by the Ace of Wands. So you are walking away from something at the same time. Now this could be, like I said, you walking away from this past lover or soulmate that you've been in connection with, that it just needed to come to an end for a while now, and you were kind of holding on to it, holding on to the thought of it. I feel like you're truly walking away from that because it just didn't serve you at all. You put a lot of time, energy, and emotions into it, and if it's not emotionally fulfilling to Cancer, it's no need for you to hang around at all, because you're all about emotional fulfillment. You're a water sign. Like, if you're not happy, if you're not emotionally fulfilled. So I do feel like you're turning your back on a emotional investment that you have kind of built up for a while now, but you are doing this to pursue something else. Ace of Wands, and it has to do with you pursuing your passions, your dreams, right? Your goals. You're going to stop giving energy and time into things that don't give back to you, is what I feel, right? You're going to stop trying to build up, things or people that don't build you up. And with you making this decision to leap into your destiny, leap into your purpose, this Ace of Wands is here talking about a brand new motivation, push, drive that you're kind of holding on to. This is kind of like the stick that this person is holding on to in this picture. And you're choosing to take hold to your dreams and your passions and pursue those fully, without the distractions of, things that just did not work out, or that, won't work out no matter how much you try to make it work out and build it up. I think you've come to a certain conclusion, which also means that you've come to a certain beginning simultaneously, right? So yeah, Ace of Wands, I'm feeling this energy for you. You're definitely getting fired up about something too. Very action orientated that's going to be happening on the other end of this lunar eclipse. You're wanting to do things, take action. You have the Wheel of Fortune here, also clarified by the King of Wands, which the King of Wands is all about action. And a lot of people have been getting the King of Wands card, because it's like once this shift occurs that these eclipses have brought about, and this new era, this new life cycle is coming in for almost everybody. Now the clarity comes in, right? Now the clearing takes place so that there's less confusion to move forward. And when there's that much clarity that comes in, you just immediately have to take action on what it is that you see, the vision that you see for your future, right? And so the King of Wands is all about getting his hands dirty, is all about being proactive, creating something, making something happen instead of waiting for things to happen. He's more of a action type of energy instead of, being more responsive to things that happen. He wants to make things happen and watch other things respond to him. So this is the energy you're taking on because of this new karmic cycle that's kind of coming in for you, which I believe has more to do with karmic retribution instead of karmic lessons. I feel like you've kind of ended a cycle of those hard karmic lessons, especially with Saturn being retrograde right now. We're getting more karmic retributions right now. Rewards, right, that are coming in, new cycles that are coming in that are rewarding us for our hard work and our transformations and our self-development and everything, that we've been investing into our lives. So once again, you have the Wheel of Fortune here that's talking about you shifting into your destiny. And the timing is just right for you to do this for some reason, Cancer, because the Wheel of Fortune does talk about time and certain holds, that happen in our lives because the timing is not right. But now I feel like going into August for you is it's a certain like feeling that I'm getting where you're in the right place at the right time. And it's like I see you kind of jumping into this new cycle, kind of like like somebody back in the day, it used to be double dutch that the girls used to be playing, and like they would have to jump in at the right time, right? And if they didn't, then it would just mess up the flow of the rhythm of how it was supposed to work out. But I feel like you guys are jumping in at the right moment with the right movement. The right type of momentum is here for you, for some things to really manifest into your world that you've only been dreaming about internally for a while. So Cancer, let's go. Let's see what's going on with your futuristic cards. You have the Nine of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Five of Wands. So with the Nine of Swords here, yeah, it is talking about some stress, some worry that could be happening. And I do feel like this has a lot to do with the transformation that's occurring, and also a shift in perspective that's happening, maybe surrounding these lunar eclipses, or this lunar eclipse, because the Hierophant card does talk about traditions, and I feel like you're turning your back on a certain set of traditions or way of living, that how society wants us to live a certain type of way and to do certain things, and how everybody should fall in line and just work your job, come home, watch some Netflix, go to sleep, get back up, work. Like, there's nothing wrong with that at all. But I do feel like there's a shift that's happening in the way you're perceiving your world, and this is causing a little bit of anxiety because you could be at the point where you're wanting to kind of take a leap into a different type of lifestyle and take a chance, on something new. So you are a little bit afraid. So you're afraid to kind of separate or to move on past some of the Hierophant energies, which are more traditional, and to step out and do your own thing with your own life philosophy. But that's kind of to be expected when we're leaving kind of like the comfort zone of our lives, which I feel like you guys are doing. Now, for some of you other guys, there is kind of like a anxiety or fear to be some type of spiritual teacher or some type of spiritual healer, because the Hierophant does represent somebody who is sharing spiritual knowledge or healing, with other people and elevating their frequency. So some of you guys may be kind of afraid to take the leap on that. But I do feel like you're going to take the leap because we have the Fool card here. And a brand new world opening up for you. Then we have the Five of Swords here, which is very different, because a lot of people have been getting this read, especially the readings that I'm doing after the lunar eclipse. I think, though, this has to do with you definitely walking away from that person or this environment or circumstances that you've been in, that is kind of like, it's been like a lose-lose type of situation, and you don't want to invest in it anymore. Maybe it's been somebody's ego that you've had to deal with, or maybe parts of your own ego, that's probably why you've been kind of involving yourself with these other people or with this person. But I think you are choosing to drop those swords and just walk away, because nothing is going to happen here. Two of Pentacles is clarifying this. This is kind of like bringing balance back into your world. And I feel like when you walk away from this person, maybe that is very low vibrational, very egoic, you're bringing balance back into your own world. I think this older environment has been kind of keeping you out of balance a little bit. And because you're choosing to walk away from it, because it's actually collapsing, because that timeline is collapsing, it's going to bring you a certain amount of balance into your world financially, right? And just also peace of mind a little bit. And down here we have the Four of Swords, which is talking about that peace of mind. And your Ace of Wands is here again. You're choosing to pursue something for yourself. You're choosing to pursue your own path and your own purpose. And this is giving you peace. This is bringing balance into your life. This is allowing you to breathe easy, right? Take a deep breath in and take a deep breath out. This is what this next cycle is happening. This is what's happening in your life. You're rejuvenating. You're resting. You can sleep at night, right? Once you take this leap forward on your path, you won't have to be worrying about staying up late and being anxious anymore. Once you just get into action, it's going to bring you a lot of peace, is what I'm feeling. And then we have the Five of Wands here. So yeah, there was definitely some kind of bickering happening, or arguing, or just like low vibrational energy with you and some other people, or with you and another person, and could have been competing against each other or striving against each other in some type of way. And in the past, maybe this left you disappointed in some type of way. But on the flip side of this, I do feel like this could have been like some internal conflict that was happening within yourself. And it was probably because of a certain false mask maybe that you were wearing. Like I said, I feel like there's a new level of authenticity that's coming in for you, where you're just not fighting against yourself anymore. And when I see this Five of Cups here, especially with this deck right here, with this mask that the person is holding, I feel like it's like you're shedding a false mask, or shedding a mask that you've been wearing for a while to maybe try to fit in a little bit, or maybe to look a certain type of way to society, and you're just taking it off and just about to be yourself. And this is kind of ending a lot of internal conflict with who you truly are, and who your who your ego tries to tell you who you are. You're moving on from this struggle that I feel like you've been having, because you're taking action. And a lot of times, especially when it comes down to anxiety, things that we worry about, is because there's no action that's being taken. And when we just sit in one place and we don't move forward, then we just overthink things. But you're choosing to move forward, and it's bringing you rest. It's bringing you some peace of mind, which I think is needed, Cancer. I like my Cancers to be at peace, definitely. So yeah, get ready for all that that's coming in, Cancer. I'm going to wrap up the reading right there. Hopefully this resonated with you. If it did, like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in August.